On a warm night in Sin City, two Western Conference foes are trying to make an upward ascent as the defending champs, Phoenix Rising, are on the road to do battle with Las Vegas Lights. And hello, everyone, with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm David Gascon. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ricky, the defending champs, pretty good this season. Defending champs is exactly what they are right now. Look at the Western Conference standings, top to bottom. You see Phoenix Rising right now in the middle of the pack.
You look at both of these sides, especially for Phoenix Rising, you come off a loss against a really good informed from Indy 11 side. So what does the reaction look like for Danny Stone? I do think you look at this game style in terms of the center of the park, that's going to be the key for Phoenix Rising. On the other side for Las Vegas Lights, on the outside looking in, but make no mistake about it, players that are starting to come into form for Dennis Sanchez, especially at home. Really good opportunity for LA, for this Las Vegas Lights side to really get back into form, especially higher up the field. You look at their stats at home this season, probably not the best, but yet they're creating opportunities. How clinical can they be in the attacking 18-yard box? Because that's going to be here to put pressure against Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, it's interesting. When you look at teams that are good and great, they have different splits, and the difference is obviously what they do at home versus what they do on the road. Valentin Noel, a couple goals in his last 3 matches. For Las Vegas, they have some firepower, but they need some complementary pieces for him.
I think he's really special in the way that he plays this game, whether it's a false number 9, whether it's on the wide areas or central. He can beat you 1v1. He can beat you through combination play. How quickly can Valentin Noel get the tempo? Because he's shown he can be a game changer for the home side.
And what about for Phoenix Rising? Yeah, they aren't as good as they were last season, not yet anyway. But you see what they do on the road. They have had some positive results, 4 positive results in 6 matches. They haven't hit their stride yet, have they?
They do have the talent, right? And I do think if you are Danny Stone, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when everything starts to click. But when you have players like Remy Cabral, 6 goals this season, 1 assist, I think he's a complete number 9. He can make those runs off of the shoulder. What does the service look like into Remy Cabral, and how clinical can he be on the day? And he's going to stay high. He needs to be really good here for the visitors if they have any hopes of stealing all 3 points back to Arizona.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising have been difficult to play against at home. A little bit different of a story. We're on the road. Come back, we'll get you the starting 11 in first touch. It's Phoenix Rising, Las Vegas Lights coming up next.
AIS is a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights Football Club.
Hey, bud. This doing nothing all day isn't good.
You should be out making friends.
Lots of friends.
Why? Huh? Because I'm not enough? By myself? Because you would love me more if I was always bringing over new money friends?
Yes.
It's called earning dividends, dear.
Get your money working with amazing certificate rates now at americafirst.com.
Desert Radiology is the area's chief resource for the highest quality medical imaging and diagnostic care. We're proud to offer 11 conveniently located imaging centers across the valley. As a member of the community for over 50 years, Desert Radiology is proud to be the official imaging partner of the Las Vegas Lights. To learn more, visit desertrad.com. That's desertrad.com. Let's go Lights!
Mi raza bonita. Desde 1991 hemos compartido nuestras tradiciones mexicanas. Desde muy temprano, nuestros panaderos empiezan a elaborar los bolillos y el pan dulce. Y las tortillas todos los días salen calientitas. Le digo algo, mi raza bonita, lo que está hecho en la bonita, está hecho en Las Vegas.
This broadcast is presented by Leuna 872. Great Clips and Nevada Donor Network. Back here live with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I am David Gascon. Take a look right now at the starting line. Ricky, for the home team first off.
Las Vegas Lights under Dennis Sanchez. You look at this back four, Garcia and Hafferty, they need to be really good in their structure and organizing the players in front of them. But I do think the strength for this side is in the center of the park. Charlie Adams and Ngando, look for them to dictate tempo and have the right amount of balance. And in doing that, now you have the players higher up the field in Valentin Noel and Edison Escona to express themselves and really challenge this Phoenix Rising back line.
Amatir in between the sticks here tonight for Las Vegas. So far this season, he's only played in a couple of games. So you look at Phoenix Rising, where they go top to bottom. You mentioned Cabral at the top of the show, but he has some friends on the outside.
Whether it is Varela or Armenakis underneath them, they need to be really good in terms of their relationship at supplying the service into Remy Cabral. But you look at this Phoenix Rising side, they want to be expansive, especially on the wide parts of the field. Torres and Rito, look for their work rate on both sides. Fuenmayor, Stenberg, and Lawrence White, very comfortable on the ball, and do not be surprised if we see this Phoenix Rising side be progressive in breaking lines in their possession base game style.
The weatherman came and checked in with us, and he said it's hot. How hot? Excessive heat. 97 degrees right now, Ricky. I know you don't do good in hot, dry weather. I know you like the humidity. I know you like the warm, comfortable beaches of South Florida. But in Sin City here tonight, we'll see for Vegas if it's snake eyes or if it's 7-up. But 97 degrees right now, field conditions. Humidity at a low 8%. All in all, it's a good night of ball, so this thing is underway.
It's going to be really important to if you're either side, the ball needs to work. The ball needs to sweat and make the opposing side chase from left to right.
When you play in situations like this, with the weather being as hot as it is and near triple digits, is it more to play a patient approach early on, or do you want to go out and attack immediately, try to get the first goal, and then park the bus?
I think you can do both, but you have to be really disciplined and decisive in when you go. Right? If you are Las Vegas Lights and you're electing to press high, you need to be compact and press in numbers, because now if you have one player just pressing on an island, that's wasted energy. On the other side for Phoenix Rising, maybe a little bit of more pragmatic approach, but the ball needs to move really quick for either side.
Yeah, the one element too is it's not like Phoenix is coming from a nice cool area of town, obviously from one desert to the other. Phoenix Rising moving from left to right on your screen. And the light kits, Las Vegas Lights, and the dark kits moving from right to left. Danny Stone, Dennis Sanchez, the head coaches for each of these respective programs. Dennis Sanchez, a former San Diego State Aztec. A good chance to speak with him earlier in the week. He said on many of occasions his team needs to do a couple of things. They need to win together, but also suffer together, meaning that they need to take their lumps as a team, not as individuals.
Well, you look at this Phoenix Rising side, they want to dictate tempo, they want to get on the ball, and they want to play this game on their terms. So yes, if you are Las Vegas Lights, you are going to give away. Watch out here.
Golden opportunity, good stop there by Rios Novo. Noel and company do pose some problems up front. Noel's got 5 goals so far this season. Gannon, he only has 1. Ascona getting the start here today. Didn't even get a chance to talk about Samake, who's done for the season with a torn ACL. So it just feels like certain points in the season for Las Vegas up to this junction, it's been stop and go. It's got a harsh foul there. Zambrano, the guilty party.
It's really difficult for the Las Vegas Lights side, because you look at the overhaul, not only on the field, but in the front office and ownership as well. So now the main constant is you need to be consistent in your performance, but also consistent in your lineup and the players that are on the field to understand, to get comfortable. Dennis Sanchez, as of late, nice little move there from Smart.
Both these teams not in perfect condition just yet, but as the season goes along, one would hope they both get to an optimal setting. Amatir coming out of his net. Las Vegas Lights, they've scored 13 goals this season. Body of work though with a negative goal differential at -9. A lot to be desired. Decent at home, not good on the road. Of course, you're going to have success in USL Championship. You have to do some kind of damage on the road. And at least play over 500 at home. Ball taken away. And Gondo had that ball ripped out of his possession. Rito on that right-hand side. He's got it now. Zambrano fed it to him. Edgardo, the Venezuelan, chipped in softly. That was a rather cavalier approach from everybody for Las Vegas Lights. Amateur came out quickly after some slight hesitation, though. Fabian Garcia, a little lackadaisical. I don't know what gives, Ricky.
Didn't peek over his shoulder. It's a weak side run from Fede Varela. That almost cost this Las Vegas Lights side the opening goal here. Amateur does just enough to throw off the number 10 for Phoenix Rising. And you talk about being disciplined in both boxes. Fabian Garcia, a little bit pedestrian-like in his approach.
Tonight's broadcast presented by Leona 872 Laborers Union. Happy to hang out with you on a Saturday night and a hot, hot summer evening. June the 1st. Plenty of soccer and some pool parties to compliment Ricky. I know you're a fan of Las Vegas. I know it. It's documented. Social media does not lie.
I can't even remember the last time I've been in Sin City.
Well, that's because you had a good time.
Oh,
that's how good it was. Phoenix, what they have done so far this year, 4-5-3, good for 15 points. 3-3-1 at home, 1-2-2 on the road. But this is a team with plenty of sock, as it was evident last year when they were just wandering around USL Championship, and then all of a sudden they caught a bolt of lightning and rise to the top in the Western Conference, and then ultimately won the USL Championship crown. As the saying goes, a fast horse never rode long, and for Phoenix, they didn't get out of the gates quickly, but they stood tall at the end of it. 2023 was theirs, and now you look at what Las Vegas is trying to do. You mentioned it, Ricky. Last year was just anything that they want to forget sometime soon. But you look at their record right now at 3-7-2. They've already matched their output of last year when they went 3-21-10.
And you talk to anyone around USL Championship now, and it's a completely different animal in terms of the Las Vegas Lights. Going to give everyone a game and have the ability to beat anyone in this league, especially with the talent that their front office and Dennis Sanchez has came and got the signatures of. Nice play.
Udarito on the outside. He's got an angle and a crease. Edgardo, top of the box. That punch blocked on the way through. Second crack at the apple. Amateur easily catches that one in the gloves.
We talked about the wide areas of the field. This is where Phoenix Rising thrives with the ongoing run of Rito. He makes the right decision as his ball cuts back across. But if you're Panos Armanakis, this needs to be with your right foot. Better angle just to run onto it and run through it.
24-year-old from Newport Beach, California, with a goal and assist so far in the young campaign, making his 9th start in now 12 matches. Another giveaway here. It's indicative of a team still trying to find some kind of semblance of continuity all across the board. Do have some pieces, but don't have exactly the finishing touches just yet. And Gondo's shot was blocked on the way through. Wide Asante. Asante came in last week for Samake. That loss was on May the 25th when they got beat at Tampa, 1-0. For Phoenix Rising, they also lost on the 25th. They got beat by Indy 11. It feels like Indy 11's all of a sudden a world beater in the USL Championship, Ricky. They can do no wrong right now. We are in the 8th minute. Take a look at tonight's keys to the match, brought to you by Silver State Schools Credit Union. Ricky, what do we got?
You look at this Las Vegas Lights side, it's going to be compact in their structure. A side that's already conceded 22 goals this season. So how good can you be from front to back defensively? On the other side for Phoenix Rising, we talked about it, we touched on it. They want to dictate tempo. They want to play this game on their terms, and they want to be possession in between how they progress through the lines. There's a silly turnover here. That's not what Danny Stone would like.
Kona, who had it for a moment. Yeah, the one thing you just mentioned it with the goal differential for Las Vegas. Phoenix actually doesn't even have one yet. They have 14-4 and 14 against. Does that tell you anything?
I think you look at this Phoenix Rising side, especially with the attacking power that they have, you would expect that number to be a little bit higher. And that just tells you about the season that they've had thus far. They have the ability to explode and score 4, 5, 6 goals a game. It's not a matter. It's a good run there from Asante.
Sharp angle there, top of the box. Great stop by Rios Novo. Unfortunate though, both shot attempts from each end have been directly on the keeper.
We talked about playing out of the back. Good pick out here from Hafferty. But then just watch this run from Gannon. As he slashes across this near post, this opens up the passing range for Valentin Noel. As he runs onto it, any quarter, it's 1-0. Las Vegas Lights, but straight at Rios Novo. A nice little glimpse of the tactical approach here for Dennis Sanchez.
Yeah, one end, both shots, players didn't think about shooting. They just fired away. But the other, as you mentioned, pick a corner and you get yourself a goal. 10th minute. As they'd say, the band will play on.
This Phoenix Rising side, they're looking to press a little bit high. So now if you are Las Vegas Lights, when you're on the ball, especially in your back, you have to have the ability to bypass this initial pressure, because if you do, there is real estate to operate it in between that midfield and back line of the Rising side.
You mentioned the shape-shifting of Las Vegas, Ricky. When you have a new team, a new organization, if you will, the franchise obviously is here, but you have a complete overhaul like that as a new player. Do you think about trying to do too much? Do you think about trying to stand out?
I think it's an interesting question, because you can approach it in two ways. If you are a player, it's actually the simple things that will keep you on the field, right?
Yeah.
Not trying to do too much, trying to play yourself into game, get the confidence within the side. And all these players are seasoned pros. They understand what's expected of them. So you don't really see guys trying to take too many touches, trying to dribble the whole team. And if you do, you'll find yourself on the bench quicker than you can think.
Look to be a mile offside. That's exactly the case.
But you have to give credit, excuse me, David, you have to give credit to Dennis Sanchez, the players that they brought in.
Yeah.
Players that have done well in USL Championship, players that have the talent and understand the leadership qualities it takes to be successful in this league.
I was bringing that up just because of, you know, the situation. They had a fire sale for all intents and purposes at the end of last year, and so bringing a new campaign, you might be thinking about doing a whole lot more than what you should be doing. th minute here. Couple of decent moments on both sides of the pitch. Burrito with a chip. Tight quarters, opened up. Zambrano looking for some real estate. Armanakis couldn't hold it. Gondu softly played across and was intercepted. Back comes Phoenix Rising, and back a slow and delayed whistle. A yellow card comes there in that instance. A little peculiar as Flynn Mayer took that shot after the fact.
Bit of a head scratcher here. That's Flynn Mayer. There's no foul in that whatsoever. I do think it's on Gabby Torres on the far end as he just takes out Sean Smart. And that is what our center referee does whistle for. Mohamed Hassan.
14th minute. Chance to take a look at the injury report as well. The wounded amongst everybody, both sides of the pitch. As we mentioned, Samake. It's a real shot to the bow for Las Vegas. Each team with a shot, one that was decent. Both of them on target, each of the keepers with a stop apiece. A lot of action tonight, USL Championship. We'll have some stats, some first half highlights, and some news and notes around the league coming up at the break. Noel gave it up. Some positioning inside the 18. Rito there with good positioning as that ball just goes rolling into Rios Novo.
Just does a little bit too much in that instance. Edison Ascona. When you find that window, you have to take it. You can't need a second invitation to pull the trigger in around that 18-yard box. But it's interesting for this light side because they don't play with an out-and-out number 9. And how false number 9 in Ascona, Valentino Well can occupy that space as well. Same as Asante.
Job of hurdling. Ascona looking for some separation. He takes a shot. Not a lot of velocity on that thing, but probably should have crept in a little bit more. Smart on the right-hand side, wanted that ball back.
It's been really bright. Sean Smart on this near side, but as this ball rotates over to Edison Ascona, this ball needs to be played into the path of Asante or Valentino Well. Two players on your left-hand side, he overlooks them and to strike straight at Rios Novo.
Armanakis gave it up. Too weak on that pass. Adams here. Sante stutters over that. Trying to recover, he shoots. Blocked again. It's one thing to play on your front foot, Ricky, but it's another to play over your skis. It feels like on several occasions, Las Vegas has done just that.
Doing really well getting themselves into the final third, but just not clean enough for the home side. Thus far, 17 minutes in.
Gondo.
Just going back to our point about this Las Vegas slide side with the false 9 that Dennis Sanchez has implemented. Really causes a little bit of confusion for opposing back lines because now you're starting to chase all over the field. You don't have that focal point, much like a Remy Cabral that's going to stay centrally. So Stenberg, Fuenmayor, and Lawrence White need to be really good and disciplined in their communication at passing players off.
Rios Novo tonight getting the start. 4-5-3 on the season. Goals against just a hair over 1 at a $1.08. Save percentage is good, 692. Phoenix having some decent possession here, but haven't been pressing forward yet. A lot of harassment from Las Vegas. Let's see if they can cause a turnover. Not yet. Armanakis wants to get it back, does get it back. Zambrano fed it to him. Armanakis here in a run. Being pursued, try to go around multiple defenders, and a foul call, though. I can't even hear the lead official's whistle. Mohamed Hassan didn't indicate as much.
Good officiating from our center referee here. Tries to play advantage, and as Panos Armanakis does enough to keep himself on his feet. No clear advantage. Charlie Adams lunges in when he doesn't need to, and now you give this Phoenix Rising side a really good opportunity to whip this thing into a dangerous area and really ask questions of Amateur and cause chaos between him and his back line.
Yeah, Ahmed's here in between the pipes tonight. Goals against at 150. His third appearance of the season. Save percentage is at 50. Varela looks like he'll take this free kick. Chip into the back post, back away. Misconnection there for Phoenix. You know, Ricky, you said it time and time again, play that ball back to where it came from. That thing looked perpendicular, though, to the goal line, which was unfortunate for Phoenix. 20th minute, the most dangerous moment of this match now for Phoenix. Phoenix looks like they're trying to find the shape of this contest and have it go their way. Ngondo flung forward to Asante. He's waiting for some help, though. Asante. Nigro. Another delay call by Hassan, Mohamed Hassan. So take back a look to the previous sequence.
Really good chipped ball here from Fede Varela, but just where's the marking for the Las Vegas Lights player? You cannot give Lawrence White a free header about 7 yards out. Fortunate enough for the home side, does not connect on the redirect into Remy Cabral. You go back the other way, Rito really silly. The way he extends his arm, just pushes Asante out of the way. He picks up a yellow card. When you have a player like Charlie Adams that can stand over this thing and put the technical ability with enough whip and enough power, can really be a nightmare for opposing goalkeepers.
Does have a goal on the season. It was her first yellow of the contest. See where Adams pitches this thing. About 6 in the box for Las Vegas. Sante just outside. High post action. I don't even think Rios Novo got a hand on that. Smart trying to elude defenders, got dumped. Smart's got a lot of wiggle and shake in his game so far, Ricky.
He's been really bright, the right back, and he just gives you a different option going forward. The ability to break teams down with the ball at his feet, with the pace that he possesses, but also his passing range. He's been a nice little pickup coming out of Clemson University.
See how they deliver this free kick. Rito confirmed on that yellow. Adams opposite side, the back post again, hovering around. Garcia on the dead run. Smart was also there, but an errant delivery, and back comes Phoenix. Out of the gates quickly, or slowly, I beg your pardon. Losers of 3 of the first 4 before they all of a sudden woke up, and they only had 1 defeat in the next 4. So it's the up and down season so far for the defending champs. Armanakis fortunate if that ball to come back to him. No team being beat yet when extending some pressure. '24th minute here from Las Vegas. Fans, don't forget, make sure you tune in to CBS Sports Network on Wednesday, June 5th for a USL Texas Showdown as San Antonio FC takes on El Paso Locomotive FC. at 9 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Las Vegas playing this thing from back and trying to fling this thing forward, but casually making their approach. Ball abruptly taken away. Ricky, it feels like there's plenty of activity, but no pace to the game, if that makes sense.
This game has been played in the middle of this park, the middle third. Really good ball.
Yeah, it was a long one. We had some contact just inside the 18. No whistle, no call. Mohamed Hassan blowing the whistle now, but take a look at this. See the player for Phoenix who went down.
I do think it's Remy Cabral, him and Fabian Garcia in the middle of your screen. Get a little bit entangled. They'll arrive in late. I'll tell you what, not a lot of contact, but the intent is definitely there from Fabian Garcia. The right arm just hooks around the body of Remy Cabral. But the foul was called. It was outside of the box. As this play keeps on going, Kebi Torres, he draws a foul, and these can be really tricky for a goalkeeper. Any sort of deflection, the ball can end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, multiple ways there. That shot, ooh. Pretty good delivery from about 20 yards out. Phoenix has had more of the dangerous moments so far through the 26th minute. Question is, who will deliver the first goal of this match if there was one?
And you see the real estate is there to operate in if you're Valentino well, because the high line for Phoenix Rising, they're stepping up, trying to force turnovers higher up the field. So it's a right ball in from Hafferty and Smart, but now the secondary movement on the front line needs to be a little bit more decisive.
White over on the left-hand side. Yeah, Ricky, I guess on that note, what you mentioned with the real estate is Phoenix coming on the approach, Cabral in the middle of the park. Zambrano looking to put one into it. He does. It was deflected on the way through. But how are you reading this game right now with the approach so far from Phoenix?
It's aggressive. It's very aggressive. I do think it plays into the hand of Danny Stone that there is not a true number 9 for the Lights. So now you afford the freedom to Fuenmayor and Lawrence White to join that press.
Yeah.
Because you don't have someone, a reference point for the Lights to play off of. But now you run the risk of making those darting runs from Valentin Noel and Edison Ascona that much more important. So you really are betting on your side to force a turnover in your attacking third, because if you don't, we've seen the real estate in behind the high line.
Nice pick up by Ngondo and his defending third.
I mean, just look at your picture now. It's Stenberg, how aggressive he is. He's like for like with our center official. I mean, he has no one to keep him at home. Kind of plays in terms of a midfield back or defender hybrid type of player.
Nigro wants to get it back. Noel, the chip, looking for Asante. They thought it was a handball. No ruling there. Cabral had a pretty good position. Get that ball and a little too forward on that feed. I was going to say, it looked like Cabral was trying to spin off Garcia had that ball been fed maybe a foot or two in front of him, but never came to fruition. Sante, the chip, Noel, no high gear. So both these teams coming off a recent loss. Match has been played pretty much 50-50 across the ledger. Armanakis waiting for that ball to get to him, and that's his fault, but somehow lands on his foot anyway. Armanakis with some space, he shoots, blocked on the way through. Nice recovery at the final moment. I believe it was Hafferty there. Sante just waiting for that ball to roll to him. Sante, Ngando. Ngando pivots with his right, gets forced out of bounds. Fans aren't liking that call. Sante saying what gives.
Ngando elects to go for the little drop of the shoulder to step over. No foul whatsoever from Lawrence White. There's no extension of the arm that pushes Ngando over the line. Just moves his feet and just simply shields off the Las Vegas Lights player.
Yeah, Sante just continued to chirp at Mohamed Hassan. Pretty demonstrative in his body language. Ngando, a couple of nice moments defensively, but trying to get into the act in the offensive column. Looking for a goal here. Would be his first of the season. Touch. Careless heel kick. Back the other way. Cabral on the right-hand side. That ball needed to have a lot more pace to it to get to him. Garcia there to intercept it. Back comes Nigro. Take a look across USL Championship at the break. Orange County and Detroit tied up at the end of the first half. Sante here. Noel there. Almost feels like in a match like this, a mistake will probably be the difference maker. Just because neither team has had a ton of traction. Both teams with 4 shots. Las Vegas with 3 on target, 2 for Phoenix Rising. And the possession, as it probably feels to you, it is 50-50. Nigro. Quick touch from Asante, but Nigro deliberate on his approach. Las Vegas to the attacking third again. Swift move there, but chip not fruitful at all. Again, Ricky, the creativity at least starting to build up for Las Vegas, but as Kona didn't have a lot to steer towards target.
Yeah, it's the execution that's been lacking for both sides, the ruthlessness in around that 18-yard box. Really good pass from Nigro, just as Kona unable to get his first touch, his feet underneath him. You just look at the mobility on the front three for the Lights. Players that can pull center backs out of position, very swift, very clever, as they like to combine with one another. Unable to put it all together thus far. 34 minutes in, the Lights have been.
Asante, nice play by Asante, jumped up, got his own pass. Asante with a pivot, he shoots, great stop by Rios Novo. Full extension there from the keeper. This match stays scoreless.
He's just the first to react. A little bit of confusion on who's gonna step, who's gonna get to the ball. Asante says thank you very much, but this touch right here is so special. Directional. Drops Stenberg to his feet and has eyes for that far post, but take nothing away from the athletic ability and the reaction save for Rios Novo to push it wide, away from traffic. Good action from the Lights there.
The Argentinian. An alert stop. No rebound. But a corner here for Las Vegas. 35th minute. Whipped into the box. Rios Novo seeing all kinds of traffic. Foul being called, and you have Coleman Gannon looking on, voicing his displeasure. Select the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and much, much more. Select, the player's choice. Cabral asking for that delivery again. I don't know how much force behind that pass to get to his sure foot. Sacramento and Tampa Bay scoreless at the end of 45. Orange County and Detroit 1 up. And here we got goose eggs as well. Plenty of action in USL Championship, June the 1st. Things will get as serious as they can be in the months of June and July as teams vying for playoff spots. Others will be sellers, bringing in academy players, thinking about the future. Some clubs might be shedding some payroll. Others thinking about the now. Waiku had a good chance on a set piece back in about the 19th minute. Each club doing a decent job of playing it out of the back. Armanakis being shadowed and harassed by Ngando. No sense of panic from the keeper.
I haven't seen Phoenix Rising show the ability to be vertical, somewhat to make a run, to stretch out this Las Vegas Light side. Everything has been in front of the two center backs, and Garcia and Hafferty. Easy day at the office for them because they just step up, they just move left, they just move right.
Well, that was a funky way to go towards target, and Amatir just sliding onto his left knee. Looked like he kicked that out with the right leg, nearly colliding with the bar. It's an awkward approach.
And those are the types of runs that Remy Cabral affords this Rising side. Just so clever, and the way he can slash across his individual marker and any sort of touch, the redirectional touch. And Amatir does just enough to keep it away from his goal mouth.
Phoenix has been in a little bit of trouble tonight, but for the most part, they're not playing with the same sense of urgency it appears that Las Vegas has. Rito with a sweet move around the last line of defense, try to chip that in through on the short set against Amatir, no dice. Pretty good delivery from the Venezuelan. Be creative here.
And Stenberg gives you the ability to kickstart the attacking phase from a center back position. Just so clever from Rito. As he slows it down, he's baiting Niagara to step, and when he does, it's right through the legs. But now you get past your individual mark, and now it's decision making. You have a plethora of options on the cutback. A little bit selfish in the end from Rito. If that ball is cut back into your runs of Remy Cabral, Zambrano, Jose Hernandez, it's 1-0 to the visiting side.
40th minute. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Las Vegas. Las Vegas with 4 shots on target to 2 for Phoenix Rising. Ngondo. Noel Ngondo again. See if Smart jumps up. He'll hang back. Good patience here from Las Vegas, not giving up possession. Waiting to see if there's a proper crease. Not biting the bait yet. Phoenix has had a couple flurries, but for the most part, Las Vegas has probably been the better team as of now. Question is, do they get any kind of fruitful result that goes their way, and an errant pass, or at least a mistake there, and a turnover for Las Vegas. I don't want to say both teams appear like they're feeling each other out, Ricky, but it just doesn't feel like they have that high-level sense of urgency. At the moment is now. Almost feels like they're just waiting to get this, the second half and see if they still have their legs underneath them.
I think it's the lack of the killer instinct that's been really prevalent to me. Because both sides, they've shown the ability to play between lines, the ability to be comfortable on the ball in combination play, the off-the-ball movement, everything. It's been a really good game of football, to be fair, between both boxes. But it's been really, I want to say, pedestrian-like, maybe not finding real-time solution from either side once you get in around that 18-yard box. And that can be two things. You can give credit to both defensive units. They've been really stingy. They've been very organized. But yet, it's been a lot of hopeful balls when you get to spaces like this.
The trailer was Cabral. He slid back, lurking to the top of the box. That ball almost ricocheted towards him. Get a good look at Gabby Torres there, the man from Brazil. Couple of assists so far in the year. Heard a whole lot from Torres and Cabral and company. Rito's had a couple nice moments. Plenty of activity. I'll be curious to see if there's any added time. Looks to be just a common foul as Garcia got taken out. Armanakis not happy, but no booking there. Nigro trying to go on a run. As Kone here, he gets taken out. That'll be a free kick. Fuenmayor. I think he was caught between no man's land, that position. There will be a yellow card against Fuenmayor. That's confirmed. So a couple of yellow cards in this first half. There goes Novo on that far right bar, directing some traffic to see, first of all, who's taking this shot, and the other's at what angle, left foot, right foot.
I do think this is going to be Charlie Adams. Need to hit with enough power to be a quality keeper of Rios Nova, to go up and over the wall and bend it away from him.
It will be Adams driven straight into the wall. See if there's a counter. There would be, but a foul being called there. Adams, John, a little bit. Torres delivering a rebuttal. Charlie Adams is hot. I don't know what the reason is for. It looked like a 50-50 ball. You know, Ricky, we were on a big conference call this week with the officials discussing certain elements of the game. This is exactly the case. The verbal abuse, and that was one of the highlighted moments that officials are not going to be taking, not only from the opening get-go, but as the season continues on. It's the tongue lashing from players, respecting the game and not impeding the flow of progress.
Yeah, it's really good refereeing once again from Mohamed Hassan. Exactly what we talked about, we see come to fruition here, and I do think he's got every decision right, and that's why we walk into halftime 0-0. I do think it's a deserved scoreline for both sides. No one really being that difference maker and producing that little bit of individual brilliance when you get higher at the field, but a plethora of talent on the bench and all to play for in this next 45 minutes.
Shots were 7-6 in favor of Phoenix Rising. Las Vegas had 4 shots on goal to 3 for Phoenix Rising, but as Ricky had mentioned, all in all, nothing to show for it just yet. Las Vegas Lights and Phoenix Rising, Western Conference combatants, but nothing doing just yet. 45 minutes in the books from Sin City, and there is no score. We'll be back.
As a Great Clips salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
Hello, my name is Ramon Martin del Campo, City of Henderson police officer and former Las Vegas Lights team captain. My mother, Susie, desperately waited for a second chance after years of fighting kidney disease. Through a paired kidney exchange program, she was able to receive the gift of life through transplant. Currently, about 85% of Americans waiting need a kidney transplant. I am a living kidney donor. Nevadans are giving. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
comprehensive cancer centers, the most advanced treatments and breakthrough research are helping our patients thrive. But some of our most powerful treatments are preventative. This begins together in our community through awareness, outreach, education, and support. From healthier living and self-checks to screening for early detection, we can now find and treat some cancers before they strike. We're doing this together, Southern Nevada, and teamwork saves lives.
This broadcast is brought to you by SNWA, La Bonita Supermarkets, Silver State Schools Credit Union, and Comprehensive Cancer Centers. Back here at the break, take a look at Las Vegas's upcoming schedule. Ricky, there's a lot on tap for them, but certainly some favorable matches on the horizon as Miami fell again tonight. They play next on June the 8th.
And you look at this Las Vegas Light side, only one trip to Loudoun United cross country. The other 4 will be here at Cashman Field. So now if you are Dennis Sanchez, how good can you be in your home format, picking up maximum importance? Because we've seen it through all USL Championship, how important it is to be good at home and grind out results on the road. Really good and really important stretch of their schedule for this Light side.
See those matchups on this side for Phoenix Rising. Got the contest against Orange County, and then of course you got El Paso, Charleston Battery. That thing is not going to be easy. Then they go on the road for a couple, Memphis and San Antonio.
And you look at the schedule as well for Phoenix Rising. You're on the road a lot. El Paso Locomotive completely different under Wilmer Cabrera now. Memphis 901 starting to find their form. San Antonio and Alan Martina. We see how difficult it is to go down into Texas. But then your only home game besides Orange County is against Charleston Battery and Ben Pierman. So if you are Danny Stone, you're looking at this stretch of games in terms of your schedule. Really going to test your depth. Really going to test the character from this side.
So that is on tap for both these teams right now. Look at the beautiful aerial shots in Las Vegas. It is summertime in Nevada. Summertime everywhere, but it's always a special time in Las Vegas. That time of the year, nothing doing just yet. Though we'll have some stats. We'll have some highlights. All that on the other side. This halftime presented by SNWA. I'd change your watering clock now to avoid costly water waste fines. Vegas and Phoenix Rising. We'll have those highlights and some more to come on the other side.
So asking some questions, and there's the equalizer. It's Rivas.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power, trusted for over 100 years. Our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL. You can see it in my eyes. Only want the best. Anybody never lie. Won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky. Got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Desert Radiology is the area's chief resource for the highest quality medical imaging and diagnostic care. We're proud to offer 11 conveniently located imaging centers across the valley. As a member of the community for over 50 years, Desert Radiology is proud to be the official imaging partner of the Las Vegas Lights. To learn more, visit desertrad.com. That's desertrad.com. Let's go Lights!
Got some news and notes here in USL Championship. Ricky, do the honors, please.
You look at USL on CBS, Local Route, Sacramento Republic. That one's always a juicy matchup, close in proximity. And the Detroit City, we know how good they are at Keyworth. They will host the newbies on the block, Rhode Island FC and Connell Smith. Busiest day in USL history, 72 matches, David. How many did you call? 15 of them?
I called, yeah. Looking between the two of us, you're always running and gunning. So
across the championship, League One, League Two, and the W League, you just see the umbrella for USL. And then no sleep till Brooklyn. The U.S. men's national team, Timothy Weah ownership of the expansive side coming in 2024. That one's going to be a really cool market to play in.
The question is where will you be living in New York in 2025? I'm thinking like Upper East Side, Ricky Lopez Espen. So speaking of which, we always have good conversations about this. Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup here in 2024. There's a live dog somewhere in USL Championship. I have my eyes on Indy 11. Who do you got?
I think, like you mentioned in the first half, Indy 11 has been doing no wrong as of late under Sean McCauley. They will take down, they will go to Atlanta United, a team that's struggling in MLS play. You look at LAFC, Denny Bawanga, Steve Tarundlo, what they mean, but take nothing away from Eric Quill, New Mexico United, sitting top of the Western Conference, by the way. In Sacramento Republic, the Giant Beaters, which they'll host Seattle Sounders. Oh, it's really interesting. Who's going to come out of the West? Who's going to come out of the East?
Yeah, the upcoming schedule as well with the USL Championship, Monterey Bay and New Mexico United on Galazzo Network, San Antonio, El Paso, Rhode Island, Detroit, Charleston, and Pittsburgh. That is all on the horizon. Take a look around USL Championship tonight. It was a heartbreaker for Miami, but Lou City finds a way to win ugly. They still get a W. Now they have 9 victories in the season and only 1 loss. Are they the best team in USL Championship?
I think you look top to bottom in terms of the history. What Danny Cruz is doing is really difficult to argue against that. Pittsburgh Riverhounds continue to struggle this season under Bob Lilly in the 11, like we mentioned. Probably the best team in terms of the form of USL Championship. Loudon and Ryan Martin take down FC Tulsa 3-0 at home.
Here tonight so far, nothing doing just yet. SNW.com halftime report. Las Vegas and Phoenix Rising, Western Conference combatants tonight. Nothing doing just yet. Well, second half right around the corner. We'll have some highlights and some stats. All that and a whole lot more next.
AIS is a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights Football Club.
As a Great Clips salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
Let's redo the basement.
Hello, home movie theater.
Spare bedroom. Why not both? Use the U.S. Bank mobile app to apply for a home improvement loan. It's easy. Wonderful, Alex. Hey, that's what U.S. Bank is for. Anything else?
How about a loan for a bigger car? Our family is growing.
Oh.
Yeah, my brother's moving in with his 5 dogs.
Oh.
Hey-o!
And we're expecting.
Ah.
Expecting what?
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
Take a look at the first half highlights in this thing. They're brought to you by Great Clips. Ricky, got some stuff going on. What do we have?
Really good pattern of play here from Phoenix Rising to move it off the ball. The final action of your Panos on Renakis, you need to run onto this thing and hit it with your right foot. As you let it come across your body, you close down the angle. But we talked about the lack of the number 9, the false number 9 for this Las Vegas light side, and really caused a little bit of issues for Phoenix Rising. Asante was really good. The directional touch to Stenberg to his feet. But in the end, it's a really good save from Rios Nova to push it wide. We've seen the glimpses on the attacking phase for both sides, but yet unable to have that killer instinct in that final action as we take a look at these halftime stats. Possession, even. Shots on target, I would say even as well. It's been exactly what you would expect from two teams that want to play on the ball, but yet unable to get out of first gear, it seems like.
It's been active but uneventful, I guess you could say, right?
I would agree. And you look at the terms of playing football, it's been really good, right? But it hasn't been players producing that little bit of individual brilliance, producing that personality higher up the field. So I'm really interested to see what Danny Stone and Dennis Sanchez come out of the locker room and really change tactically. Did they get into the boys? Were you happy with the performance? You need a response. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to get a lotto ticket tonight. This is the most you've ever agreed with me on any broadcast in my young professional career.
Oh, stop it. Yeah.
Second half kickoff is presented by Comprehensive Cancer Centers. Kick cancer in Las Vegas for more than 40 years. These teams trying to get into the win column. And for Las Vegas, they win here tonight. We'll have more wins than all of last season. And for Phoenix Rising, they get a W. They'll be back to 500. Any changes you'd make for either head coach?
Just a quality in the final third. It's simple enough, but I do think between both boxes, it was actually the ball was moving quick. It was really decisive. But now who's going to step up and be that difference maker? Because you look at the bench, especially for this Phoenix Rising side, Gallardo, Formella, Asokar, players that can really be that difference higher up the field. So if you're Danny Stone, how quickly do you dip into your bench? On the other side, look at a player like Corey Bennett that can really stretch opposing back lines and make those runs down the channel. All to play for both of these sides, and a really important win, 3 points up for grabs in this Western Conference.
Big thanks to our entire crew working tonight. Directing, producing, Maria Ringo, Ricky Rivera, Carly Gentry. Got two ladies on the crew working tonight listening to you, Ricky.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, but it's, you know, you're the boss. You run the show.
Stop it, not
Just
at all.
run shotgun. Ricky Lopez Espin and our entire crew. So thanks very much to the ladies and gents helping us get this thing off the ground from Las Vegas. You mentioned the ownership, Jose Bautista, obviously coming in for Las Vegas and changing the dynamics of this thing. I always like the cross-sport interaction too with USL Championship. Lots of athletes from far and near that are taking special interest and are active amongst the USL Championship teams across the U.S. Second half is underway. We'll see who can draw first blood. Ngando here at the intercept. Asante left on the left-hand side. He is wide open. Asante gonna take that step. He shoots. Nice step. Rios Novo.
Really good action here from the Las Vegas Lions to change your point of attack, and it's a weak-sided run from Asante. Great weight from Valentin Noel to put it into the path. In the end, it's a really good save yet again from Rios Novo down to his left-hand side.
Eighth shot of the match for Las Vegas. 5 of them on target. Both keepers have been active. Gondo. Hernandez draped all over his right arm. So if you're not making any changes in terms of personnel, would you change anything in terms of shape?
I wouldn't for the lights. I do think the false nine is really asking questions and really testing the discipline and rotations for Phoenix Rising, especially in moments just like this.
Gondo. It's such a sharp angle to do any kind of damage.
Because you can really mess with the mind of the back three for Phoenix Rising, because they don't really have anyone to mark. So easy they can get sucked into the middle of the park, and that's when you can really play vertical if you are the lights with the runs from Asante, Noel, Gannon, and Ascona. So when you talk about discipline, that's going to be at the highest order here for the visiting side.
Nigro jammed on the brakes. Sweet spot for Adams. Oh, he just missed. Ambitious strike from outside, about 30 yards. He hit that thing flush. Just missed the right bar.
One of, if not the sweetest left foot in all of USL Championship. Just watch how quickly he gets this thing out of his feet. He closes up his hips and tries to sneak it into that far post. Skip off the turf right before it approaches Rios Novo. Does not miss by much.
The ball had some good tail to it too. Adams didn't have a wide window to shoot through though, and made the most of that effort. Would have been rather fascinating to see if that ball was on target, if Rios Novo would have made a stop or not. But it's neither here nor there. Ball too long. Both teams did have some action the first half. Yeah, possession was pretty much 50-50. Shots were identical. Nigro. Sante had to slow up on his tracks. He was in the middle of the park. I get the sense that Las Vegas has an idea of where those creases are in the defense of Phoenix Rising. And Gondo probably playing without his teammates too much in that instance. Mayor taking a ricochet off the grill. And that's Hernandez, I beg your pardon. Shots now 9-7. Sante after the steal, nice pivot. Sante looking for a lane.
Just not convincing whatsoever from Lawrence White. And his clearance falls kindly to Asante, that we've seen throughout his career in USL Championship. Can be a game changer, can be a special player. Yet, much like every player on this field, just lacking that last bit of quality.
They quickly go up tempo. Feels like forever and a day since we've called Varela's name. He has it now. Well, they don't score a lot, but they don't give up a lot, does Phoenix. The question is if they can get an advantage somewhere here in the second half. Really really clamp things down and make life miserable for Las Vegas. But easier said than done. Lofty move for Varela. He just runs out of real estate over the left-hand side. Gabby Torres. Gabby had a step, but could not extend. Nearly identical moments here for Phoenix. Not in any kind of hurry. Just trying to see if Las Vegas will overextend on Fuenmayor. A dead giveaway there. That is a bad break for Phoenix. Lack of concentration. As soon as I said, he makes up for the gaff.
It's been sloppy.
Yeah.
It's been really sloppy for this Phoenix Rising side. Maybe pedestrian-like. A bit too casual for Danny Stone and his liking. To start this second half especially. Nice little move.
It's almost like both these teams played a few days ago. Feels that way, right?
You're not creating through the run of play. Set pieces become that much more important. When a player like Charlie Adams just flexed his muscle on his left peg moments ago, look for him and to put a quality ball in right on top of that 6-yard box with a lot of bodies right in front of Rios Novo.
And it's not like either of these teams are not used to the temperatures and the weather conditions. Adams alertly top of the box. Asante and Gondo, I beg your pardon. Asante on that right-hand side. Adams here. Want to get it back, but that feed's just a delicate one that you're going to ask too much of. Now Phoenix trying to counter. One giveaway deserves another. Has Kona there on the intercept.
Just moments like this on both ends. Charlie Adams has a window he elects to try to overcomplicate and punch a ball into Holmgren's feet. On the other side, Rito just takes too many touches.
Something developing. Nigro was lurking. Gannon on the weak side, but unless he's 8 feet tall, he's not getting to that. It does feel that this match will come down to a mistake if there is one going to be scored upon. Counter. Cabral's on the left-hand side. If he is free, that ball never got to him. Fabian Garcia, fine play defensively on the intercept. Deep possess, Ascona here. Nigro. Back post for Smart. Oh, the header. It was walking on the goal line. Did it cross it? The officials say no. That play came out of nowhere. Rios Novo alertly did not give up on the play. We have the luxury of instant replay. But video replay is not available right now in USL Championship, so we play on. Smart here. Smart to give, but no go. Adams.
As we take a look at it, it's a really good ball to the back post from Ngando. And the play that's been the brightest for the lights, it's Sean Smart. And remember, the whole ball needs to walk across this white line. Bottom of your screen, I don't think it does. I think Rios Nova does just enough to push it away.
Corner kick here. Could be our USL Championship save of the week. Good paw from Rios Nova, though. Heads up play for him. Fans, don't forget, if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app.
As we'll slow it down for you when it gets towards the goal line. I don't think it crosses. Really good save from Rios Nova. Last ditch defending from the goalkeeper. And then Lawrence White, because Edison Ascona is making that secondary run. And give credit to our officials as well. Good eye.
That was a heck of a play. That was a great play by Rios Nova. That mad scramble. And Adams is down, and it was. See if we do have some changes here. Got to imagine we will. Don't know exactly what the stoppage is for right now. See the fourth official there. Substitution is coming for Alexander Romero. Took a long time though to get one substitution in. Adams out, Romero in. Ooh, Rios Nova nearly played that ball into his own net. Zambrano.
It's a wrong ball from Zambrano. That ball needs to be into the path of Rito, off the shoulder of Nigro. Rito's making a really good run from outside in. Very uncharacteristic like from Zambrano.
Haven't seen anything from Edgardo Rito so far in the second half for Phoenix. A bit surprising. Cabral hasn't received much service at all either. And more to your point, I guess to accentuate it, Ricky, this is a lot of sloppy ball from Phoenix.
A team that prides himself on the ability to play on the ball, to connect passes between lines. It's been very sloppy, unable to connect passes. Passes not finding their intended target. So if you are Danny Stone, you have to be a little bit frustrated, scratching your head.
As a friendly reminder, the USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Galazzo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Do you remember TV guides back in the day?
Of course.
You do. Do you know what a Thomas guide is? I'm putting you on the spot, Ricky.
I have no idea what a Thomas guide is.
So a Thomas guide, this just shows how young Ricky is and how old I am, but a Thomas guide was actually what MapQuest is, but in a giant notebook.
Okay.
So your parents, our parents, would have Thomas guides in our cars, and they were probably about as thick as an encyclopedia. So it would show maps all across the United States, from state to state, city to city, county to county.
I thought you took private planes.
No, I have no. That's our executive producer tonight, Carly Gentry. She is all about private planes. First class.
I thought it was you.
No, I hate flying. I'm more of a train guy. I love trains. I know you love boats, yachts.
I'm more of a walker.
No, yeah, you walk onto the boat. That's about what you do. Onto the yacht. Where's your cocktail? Plenty of drinks, all the appetizers, and then some. Anyways, back to the show. 63rd minute. Torres, weak on that attempt. Sante here. Run to be onside. Ascona here with a sharp angle. Ascona pulls the trigger. Rios Nova with the denial. I don't know how you don't score from that close in proximity, but Ascona is sick to his stomach right now.
Once again, the high line for Phoenix Rising. The real estate is in beyond. I thought this play was gone when he takes this touch right here away from goal, but he does well to recover. You pick a corner, just open up your hips and calmly slot it into that far post. Lacking a little bit of composure, Edison Ascona. You elect to go for power, and you just tag this thing. Rios Nova doesn't know much about it, so he just depends on his positioning. Once again, fantastic goalkeeping from the Phoenix Rising side. And the frustration continues for the Lights. Opportunity after opportunity that go to the wayside.
I don't know how you don't score.
He did the hard part.
Yeah, that's
he
exactly
got himself back right in front of goal. And when they tell you, when as an attacking player, you pick a corner, low and hard gives you a chance. It's been the story of this evening for both sides in the attacking 18-yard box.
Ascona here. Great spirit with a deep possession. Las Vegas has some numbers. Ngondo. Oh, Ngondo thinking about something else. He had Gannon in the middle of the pitch and Ascona going towards target. Not a good decision there. '66th minute. Make sure you stay with us at the end of this contest. We'll have the man of the match and the save of the match. There'll be a lot to decide in this one. Punched out. Rafferty with a nice block. Chipped in, immediately played out by Garcia. Las Vegas gets Miami FC next. Phoenix Rising a date with Orange County.
Just look at the front line for Phoenix Rising. Everyone wants the ball to feet. No one's making a run down the channel. As they say that. That's what you see Parno Samanakis making that type of run. And the result of it, now you have an attacking set piece. Little movements like that make a world of difference. If you don't get the ball, you pull up, you pull a center back with you to open up a secondary option for a teammate. But if you do, Now you get yourself in an advantageous opportunity here.
See when this ball is fed into sweet spot. White was there. White again was asking for that ball, and Amatir alertly pounces on it, pushes this thing forward. And Gondo, Sante out wide. Sante, wiggle, gives it back to Gondo, just two out in front of him. Sante trying to recover, break dancing a bit. Asante, off the crossbar! Oh my goodness, how did that come that close? What are we doing tonight?
A player who's been MVP in this league, when he's up for it, can run with the best of them. Just watch the dip on this. The way that he hits it, so clean. No backspin whatsoever, has Rios Novo beat, just gets denied by the crossbar.
Some changes will be coming here in a moment. Gabby Torres. Juan gave it up. Zambrano trying to put himself into a better spot. That one way too out in front. Now it looks like we will have some substitutions. Azúcar, Formella both coming in.
Really frustrating shift for Remy Cabral, player that really didn't get involved or make his impact felt whatsoever. It can be two things. It can be his work rate or the service into him. 6 goals, 1 assist on the season. That tally will go no further as Formella comes in. Going to play a plethora of positions on the front line, wide central. But yet the quality never wavers. And then it's Carlos Azúcar for Gabby Torres. Much like Rito, the ability to be direct and have the quality to bring players into this game in the final third.
Now the question is, will either of these players have an impact for Phoenix? Las Vegas has a expected goals right now sitting at 1.63. Phoenix 0.45. Shots in this half, 6-0 in favor of Las Vegas. Gannon on his horse to get to it. He's got it. Smart now. It's one of the things that Dennis Sanchez had spoken about with Smart. Despite the fact that he is youthful, he has man-like skills. Smart here. Toe tap was blocked on the way through. Romero as Kona splits 2 defenders. Can't keep it though. Ricky, how hard was it when you made the transition finally from D1 player at Creighton to the professional ranks at Real Salt Lake? Was it fast for you, or was it harsh in terms of the transition?
I think you look at the biggest difference from the college ranks, I would even argue from USL to higher levels, is the speed of play.
Yeah.
And how clean can you be on the ball? When coaches talk about knowing where you're going to go before you get the ball to body position, that just quickens everything. So your first touch is everything as a soccer player, and that's the biggest difference from the college rank into professional. But you look at the talent here on this field, players that have done it in MLS as well. You have players that have MLS experience.
It's funny you say that, because it works two ways, and I think a lot of people miss that. The speed for collegiate to professional athletes increases, but at the same time, you also slow the game down once you get comfortable at the professional level too.
You slow the game down so you can play quicker.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting concept for people to grasp. So, for example, if you play in the center of the park the way that you receive the ball, your hips always have to be open. So now, in doing that, you have two options. You can play forward, you can play horizontally.
Yep.
In the college ranks, you can receive it with your hips closed, and now you have to take an extra touch to get your hips open. And in professionals, you don't have that time. You don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
It's one touch out of your body, second touch is a pass. So that's when you start to see the best players in the world, how quickly they know where the ball's going to go before they get it. A lot easier said than done. But those are the difference between the top class, the good players, and the excellent.
Gondo, Smart. Smart, jitterbugging around. There's plenty of light in his game. Let's see what kind of impact he has for Las Vegas. Noel here has a step. Noel gets taken out inside the 18. Official not pointing towards the spot though, and we continue on. Fans livid here at Cashman Field. Question is, do they have a reason to be? Azukar rolls over that ball. It is troublesome for him.
Once again, it's his ball from Mengondo. And I'll tell you what, it's a foul. I think it's a foul for Massacre. The way that he comes in and takes out Valentin Noel. It's a good first touch from Valentin Noel to create a little bit of separation. We'll take a second glance at it in a little bit as we see skiers coming in for Jose Hernandez. And Gallardo coming in for Fede Varela.
So the two changes necessary for Danny Stone. So 7 and 17 in for Phoenix. Gondo, bad pass, picked off. Gallardo here. Gallardo trying to make an impact. Smart though. Smart's got it. You see the jump in his step. Smart trying to undress everybody right-hand side. Gannon. Gannon out wide. The drop pass. Ascone has Smart at the top of the box. Did not get it to him. Ascona. Not his best effort there. Gallardo. '76th minute here. Phoenix trying to counter with some kind of a punch. Formella. This thing will come back. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rip your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. All right, personal question, Ricky.
All right, here we go.
In FIFA, were you ever playing as yourself?
Of course.
What was your rating?
Not good.
Was it good? What was not good? Was it the... I know the awareness is always good. So what was it? Speed? Was it shooting? Was it passing?
Definitely wasn't shooting. That was my heart. That was my strong suit.
All right. Was it durability?
Oh, maybe.
Did it take a shot at that?
Maybe.
All right.
It's too long. Those were the glory days. I don't remember anymore.
So good. '77th minute here. kick here for Las Vegas. All taking it. Garcia trying to climb the back. Number of Phoenix Rising. Look out here on this approach. Oh, nearly a Zambrano break, but Ngondo there to intercept it. Smart gave it up. Ascona was asking for it. That ball never came his way, though. Gallardo, fresh legs. See if it pays off for him. Azúcar here. He got away with one inside his own 18. So did you have more fun as a collegiate soccer player or as a professional? I take into account because you traveled both ways, right? So collegiate athlete, you were like the king of campus. But as a pro, you're a pro.
But also you don't have to do schoolwork.
That's true. That is true.
But stay in school.
What was your GPA? You brought it up.
I was a smart. I like a 3.4.
Well, being smart, being a good student,
like a 3.4.
All right,
yeah,
all right, cool.
I did well for myself.
All right, that's good.
Shout out to my mother.
Shout out mom and dad.
Yeah, who instilled the books into me.
Who was the better student growing up, your mom or your dad?
Oh, my mom for sure.
All right, so that means your dad was the athlete, right? Or was your mom an athlete too?
Baseball player, my dad was.
Oh, okay.
Yourself? Football, right?
Football and baseball, yeah. No soccer. I would have been stuck with red cards every other match. 80th minute. Sante here. Noel on that run was way too long on it. Nigro, good recovery. Chip inside. Controlled and no sense of panic from Phoenix Rising here. Azúcar trying to get some help for Mella. That Phoenix is holding on, looking for just a draw, but they don't have the same spunk that Las Vegas has, at least through this entire second half. Shots right now in this second half, 8-0 in favor of Las Vegas. Phoenix Rising has done nothing in this second half offensively. Possession 57-43 for Las Vegas. At this point, you probably feel ill if you're a Las Vegas fan and you don't get a positive result one way or another, 3 or 1 point. So obviously you'd love to have the 3 though. Formella, Azúcar. Formella, who I think almost ricocheted to Azúcar on the left-hand side.
Now, if you are the Las Vegas Lights, you are creating opportunities, especially in the second half and as of late. So by tendency, you're always going to throw numbers forward. You're going to be confident. You're going to create overloads, central parts of the field, wide parts of the field. But now you have to have the right amount of balance. You can't overcommit. Because this Phoenix side, yes, they haven't had their best night whatsoever in the attacking part, but they do have talent and they can produce a little bit of magic in a couple of seconds. So you have to always have a +1 in your rest defense. And what I mean by that, David, you lead Formella high, you always have to have 2 to respond to that if you're Dennis Sanchez. So that's going to be the message from the head coach as we get deep into the second half here.
Sante, thing takes flight. Third minute here. Curious to see if there are any more changes. As soon as I say that, looks like Hal's going to be coming in. Sanchez making his changes. Corey Bennett, number 90 there. Traore also coming in for Phoenix Rising. So we do have changes here. Final moments of this contest. Sante had some bright moments, just no payoff. Who just came in, playing on that back line for Las Vegas. Still have our man of the match and the save of the match, voted on by Ricky. It's all you, man. I don't like the pressure.
You think I do?
Yes, of course. And there's Traore to make his appearance now in the 85th minute.
It's going to be a like for like for Alejandro Fuenmayor. Going to play in the back of the left side of the back three for Phoenix Rising. Talk about depth, you talk about talent for Danny Stone. Traore will start in almost all of USL Championship sides. A lot of competition between him, Stenberg, Lawrence White. And doing that also gives you the flexibility to shift into a 3-back system, a 4-back system.
Again, next match for Las Vegas will be against Miami FC. Kickoff time at 7:30 Pacific. Azukar. Too weak on that ball. Hafferty with a nice intercept. Gondo, just enough lift on it to get it to Noel. Bennett is in the middle of the park. Got 2 players there for Las Vegas. Somehow came that way. It has Kona. Top of the box, Smarts pulling the trigger there. Gets blocked. Here's the counter for Phoenix. Manakis.
Good ball.
Great ball there. Azukar going right down the throat of this defense. That one just goes casually in. An easy stop for Amatir.
Not the best of touches from Gallardo. lets him down, slows his action down as well. And doing that, the ball gets caught underneath his feet. Unable to get quality service, because he does have options. You do just get the feeling that if Phoenix Rising try to steal all 3 points, it's going to come out from a transition moment.
Take a guess, there's 6 minutes of added time. That's my guess.
I'm going to give you my guess in about 2 minutes.
Oh, that's cheating. Yeah, Maria feeding you that good intel. Bennett spiked away. Corey here lines one up. Rios on a 2-hopper, cradles that in. Bennett hasn't hesitated to shoot. Ninth minute. Ramanakis. Post-game show will have full-time highlights and some stats. Also deliver updated rankings among USL Championship in the Western Conference. Azukar, good pivot, nice cross. They thought that was a handball. Did Phoenix Rising. Mohamed Hassan gives no indication that that was the case. Long ball here. The wall got ran over. We play on. Got some color now in this match.
I think 4.
4?
That's my guess.
4 what?
For stoppage, 4 minutes.
I hope you're not right. I hate when you're right. Top of the box here. Smart. He's got a window. Takes a shot. That one blocked.
He's been the most active player in a Lights jersey, Sean Smart. Been really impressed with the ability to create his own shot. Versatility. We've seen him play right back position. Now we've seen him play centrally.
Armanakis looked like he almost received a near headbutt from Fabian Garcia. A little too much TLC. I know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but these two guys not really friendly with each other. This is all a buildup from what has taken place through the first 89 minutes of action. 4 minutes of added time. Ricky is correct. Yeah, I don't know. There's certain players that you feel like can be brave at any given moment, and Smart's one of them.
He's shown the ability to beat you with the ball at his feet, his passing range. Now we see him play centrally higher. He's been a fantastic signing for this Las Vegas Light side.
Yellow card being delivered by Mohamed Hassan to the bench. And Sanchez on the sideline, just a little puzzled. Shots are 18-9 in favor of Las Vegas. Question is, will Phoenix have the last lap, though? They'll take a draw on the road. For Las Vegas, you do feel like they deserve a better fate than just getting one. Haverty, Romero, Bennett looking for a window to shoot. Oh, he does! Rios Novo climbs the ladder. There was some smoke behind that.
And as this thing slowly developed, just watch the inability for a Man U white jersey to close down the space. You could not give a player like Corey Bennett about 5 yards to create his own shot as it's bending up and over Rios Novo. No nonsense as he punches it up and over his crossbar.
Armanakis, great spirit there to keep his legs. Yeah, Rios Novo's been stellar tonight for Phoenix Rising. Feels like one final push here from Phoenix, because things have been tilted one way, all in favor of the team of the dark kits tonight. Shots on goal, 8 for Las Vegas, 3 for Phoenix. Possession 55-45 for Las Vegas. Final stages in this one. Azcona fending off one defender. Azcona shoots is blocked. Haverty. Romero, a quick pivot. And Gondo. Toe tap in Noel. Noel lurking. Troublesome on that sequence. Noel knows that might be the last breath of this contest for Las Vegas offensively, and that's exactly the case. Mohamed Hassan says, gentlemen, we have reached full time. This match ends in a scoreless draw, and oddly enough, Ricky, it's the first time this season that Phoenix plays to a scoreless draw. But all in all, it was an interesting match because you felt like Las Vegas went for the W, and Phoenix perfectly content to get out of here with a draw.
Not easy coming into this environment if you are Phoenix Rising, but yet you take the result and you move. If you are Denny Stone defensively, you were really sound, didn't really offer much going on the other side, but you just see the frustration from Dennis Sanchez, a team that was on the ball a little bit more, probably the better side in terms of the football, but yet the inability to create anything, really clear-cut opportunities and be clinical in front of the box. In the end, 0-0, I do think it's a deserved result for both sides.
Tonight's hardest working man of the match is brought to you by Laborers International, the hardest working guys in Vegas. And who do we got?
So Sante, in the attacking third, he was a player that showed a little bit of want, created his own shot, unable to beat Rios Novo. But you start to see glimpses of the old reigning MVP of this league, a player that if he can get going, he can be special for the Lights.
So the man of the match, how about the save of the game, brought to you by Nevada Donor Network. Remember, you can save a life at registerme.org today.
Straightforward save from Amit's here. That's the second bite at the apple for Panos Armanakis, straight at him. If that is your save of the match, you've done your really good job defensively for Dennis Sanchez.
Fans, do not forget, Saturday, June 8th, be sure to join us back here at Cashman Field as the Lights will take on Miami FC at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Visit lightsfc.com to purchase your tickets today. So Las Vegas Lights and Phoenix Rising play to a scoreless draw for Vegas. They go to 3-7-3. Phoenix Rising moves to 4-5-4. Post-game show coming up next.
Hola, soy Ramón Martín del Campo, oficial de policía en Henderson y ex capitán del equipo de Las Vegas Lights. Estoy orgulloso de haber sido un donante vivo y que mi madre fue una beneficiada con un riñón. El 85% de los americanos en la lista de espera necesitan un trasplante de riñón. Los nevadenses damos esperanza. Únete a nosotros en wearenevadans.org.
At Silver State Schools Credit Union, we'll be by your side through every moment of life's journey, from big life changes to small celebrations and everything in between, because we prioritize people over profit. Become a member today and have a financial partner for life.
Mi raza bonita. Desde 1991 hemos compartido nuestras tradiciones mexicanas. Desde muy temprano, nuestros panaderos empiezan a elaborar los bolillos y el pan dulce. Y las tortillas todos los días salen calientitas. Le digo algo, mi raza bonita, lo que está hecho en La Bonita, está hecho en Las Vegas.
This broadcast was brought to you by America First Credit Union, Desert Radiology, and U.S. Bank. Full-time highlights in this thing with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm David Gascon. We put a bow on this sucker. And Ricky, not a lot of highlights, but there were some decent opportunities.
You mean highlight?
Highlights.
But really good passage of play here for Phoenix Rising as we see the save of the match. Unable to have that finishing touch, but you're going to see it's mostly one-way traffic and was Las Vegas Lights. I think Asante was the best player on the field, him and Sean Smart. Just a bit more energy, more quality, good directional touch to beat Stenberg or Rios Novo. If you are Phoenix Rising, you have to go over and give him a big hug because he salvaged you. A lot of points. Save after save. Edison Asconi, this is probably the best opportunity for the Lights. If you just pick a corner, it's off to the corner to celebrate. You do the hard part, you twist and turn. Fede Varela. You see the frustration for the Dominican Republic International, unable to find the back of the net.
Yeah, those great clips brought to you by Great Clips. Tail of the tape tonight.
Look at Las Vegas Lights, 10 shots on target. That is something that if you are Dennis Sanchez, you can take it two ways. The opportunities, you're creating opportunities, that's one positive. But now the next step in the progression is making those opportunities count. Finding the back of the net, being ruthless in front of goal. That's the next progression for this Las Vegas Lights side under Phoenix Rising. I do think Danny Stone will be the first one to tell you that you stole a point on the road. Not your best performance, but yet found the ability to grind out results. A sign of a good team.
Yeah, again, for Las Vegas, they get Miami FC next week at home. Kickoff time is at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Meanwhile, Phoenix Rising, a date with Orange County. Kickoff time is at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. That's going to do things up here at Cashman Field for Ricky Lopez-Espin and myself, David Gascon, our entire crew, saying so long from Las Vegas. These two teams play to a scoreless draw. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. So long.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.